All right, guys. Welcome back to Green Ranger 171 channel. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got my hands on this. This is the Galaxy's Edge limited edition to 6,000, I believe, Ahsoka Tano Rebels / now Mandalorian lightsabers. I don't know if you've seen other people review it, and in fact, I don't know when they hit the shelves. So here's what happened. I was browsing Instagram and a suggested reel popped up, and a woman had came on and had this really neat box that you're going to see. Had this really cool box with a lot of neat markings on it, all indicating Ahsoka Tano. It opened up and bam, there were her Rebels lightsabers. I even commented, I said, where did you get this? And she said, it's a Galaxy's limited edition. So automatically I thought to myself, it was limited, then it's already been bought out, right? Character's huge. You know, Ashley Eckstein herself had done some signatures at Galaxy's Edge on some of the Clone Wars sabers, which we're also going to talk a little bit about. But then I hopped on eBay, and if you look at the retired Rebels lightsabers, so the first run, they were running, this has changed now, but they were running about $1,250 on eBay, right? Because they were retired, everybody knew that. Get your hands on them, upsell them big time. That's a common eBay strategy. But when these released, obviously because this has more than just a simple flip open box, and we're going to talk about this too, but this has a lot of neat features, and so everybody dropped it down about the $600 range, which was neat because that's giving other buyers a better opportunity, one that they may be more inclined to purchase. I did, because I was not missing my second opportunity. More importantly, I'm glad that I missed the first train because I think this idea was so neat. They really outdid themselves. Gosh, I feel like Filoni had his hand in this, saying, hey, this is my baby. Let's do it right. So first of all, this box is super heavy. It's larger than I thought. It's heavier than I thought it'd be. And the reason I say that, I've got the Ahsoka Tano lightsabers from Clone Wars. These are very light in comparison to every other Galaxy's Edge saber I have. Anakin Skywalker, Ben Solo, Kylo Ren. Those are the 5 lightsabers, including these, that I've had up to this point. Now, don't get me wrong, I love both sets of lightsabers, but I especially love the Rebel ones, especially if you read Ahsoka's book and how she came about those in the crystal. Really, really neat stuff. But again, it comes back to Dave Filoni's vision of a samurai-type warrior. The Shoto blades, if you pay attention to that, that was all in the design. It's phenomenal stuff. So again, limited edition to 6,000. If I read this correctly, there's a certificate inside. So I had to cut this. I'm actually leaving for Atlanta tonight. I got a cool little event I'm attending. So I've just been really busy packing and getting ready. But I couldn't pass this up. I'm like, first of all, I need to open this. And I can't open it until we open it together via video. So I was like, well, I guess we're going to take some time. I thought they were going to arrive after I left. The original projection was Tuesday. Today is Monday as I'm opening this. Hopefully I'll have this edited out for you guys on Tuesday, which will be, what's today? I think today's the 23rd, so I think tomorrow's going to be the 24th. But who's excited for Kenobi? My gosh, is it a Star Wars week for me? I'm really stoked for that. Okay, man, this is, and it's even factory sealed, wrapped. Oh my goodness, this makes me even happier. So we have no idea what number this is. Neither does the seller. Neither does the seller. All right, so let's take a look at this baby. Of course, we have all of her markings, right? This is just like the markings on her head. You saw this in Rebels and Clone Wars. You saw it on the Clone Troopers who had painted their helmets orange and whatnot. This is the Fulcrum logo, if you remember from Rebels as well. And if you haven't, go watch Star Wars Celebration, Ahsoka Tano panel or Rebels panel. I think it's Rebels panel. Dave Filoni, Ashley Eckstein, Pablo Hidalgo. They talk about the end of Season 7 to Clone Wars 5 years before they ever knew they're going to be greenlit to run it. So they talk about Ahsoka Tano's story. Absolutely loved it. So when they rolled the show out, I knew it was going to happen because I remember those storyboards. Get in there like about an hour in where they tell the story. I feel like they tell the story better than it was actually shown in the Clone Wars finale episodes. Third or fourth to the last episode. Basically, right before Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Celebration, 2016, Rebels panel. Compare that to the third or fourth final episode of Clone Wars. All right, so we also have the triangle from the World Between Worlds, right? Rebels Season 4, where Ezra Bridger, spoiler alert, pulls Ahsoka from the moment in Twilight of the Apprentice of Season 2, right? You also have the Convor. This was seen first in Clone Wars, right? This is the sister, right? And then every time you saw Ahsoka, following that point, this Convor named Morai was around all the time. And Bridger makes a point of that in the World Between Worlds episode in Season 4. So they did really neat stuff. This is a totally wooden box. It's hinged. And like I said, I'm about to pull off the plastic here very carefully. It's got a little, kind of a chest type clip here. There we go. They do not damage the box. Not that I'd be any less excited, but I didn't know what to expect. So when I ordered off eBay, it was a lot of factory photos, but of course you just vet the person through feedback and whatnot, which is important. So I knew they could be trusted. If not, you always got PayPal protection, right? It's always a nice thing when you make big purchases like these. And for those of you wondering, I paid $600 plus on this. It was not cheap. And when my wife watches this video, we might have a conversation. That's another story though. Let's enjoy this time though. So, when you open this box, it will play Ahsoka Tano's theme. So let's go. All right. Ooh, that gives me chills. All I can think about is Season 5 of the Clone Wars, where she's walking down those steps, leaving the Order. That was the first time we ever heard that theme. Okay. All right. So this button, you can actually play the theme a second time, which is really neat. The sound box is right here. And of course, you have the foam in between. I've got number 1593 out of 6,000. That's a pretty low number, so I'm really excited about that. Once again, we get the Fulcrum logo, as you saw in Rebels. Even Agent Kallus used that as he continued the Fulcrum identity. And then we have a quote here. In my experience, when you think you understand the Force, you will realize just how little you know. So that was one of her quotes. And now, let's just talk about these bad boys. Oh my goodness, these are so... Oh, they've got weight. This makes me very happy. And see, again, you have the longer blade versus shorter. Of course, they got the blade plugs. That's customary in every single lightsaber here. Of course, they got to get all these stickers off of it. But the side buttons are power buttons. And of course, these don't work unless you put blades in. So I remember the first time I got my Skywalker blade, I got the Legacy lightsaber / actually Anakin. These don't power up without putting lightsaber blades in them. I currently only have the one, but obviously I need to put two on order so I can have some real fun with these. Now, I also have some 3D ones that I paid, I don't know, like $700 years ago from a gentleman in Australia, 3D printed, really nice. I still have them, I still love them. But Galaxy's Edge has really done a bang up job in terms of looking at their detail, and the weight really really immerses you in the fandom because it feels like you're holding something of power and of value and of strength. And so this is really neat. These are actually larger than I thought. I mean, I got some good sized hands, and this is what we got for the longer saber and the short. So I'm actually want to get some stands for these. And of course, just like Anakin's saber, which I just really now connected, honestly, they have the hangers for the belt, which is really neat. I don't have a blade in front of me, or else I'd test these with you guys. But man, these are gorgeous. I'm shocked about how amazing these look. And just, again, the box is, there's just so much detail. I mean, I'm glad I missed the train on the first round. I'm glad they retired them and then they decided to do this. Because I would have been really disappointed. I would have never been able to justify buying a second set of Ahsoka Tano lightsabers unless I would have sold those and then rebought these. These are incredible, and I'm really happy to know that I have both her Clone Wars and her Rebel sabers. So, what do you guys think below? Whoops, guess it's going off again. All right, I didn't want to put you through that a second time and try to talk over, so I wanted to wait and let it stop. So what do you guys think about these sabers? There are still lots floating around on eBay, ranging anywhere from $600 and up. If you're seeing it less than that, they're probably currently on a bid, not a buy it now price. Handle that how you want. Highly recommend these. If Ahsoka is a favorite character of yours, she certainly is from mine. I backed her from day one, waited so long for her to become not only mainstream, but live action, so well portrayed by Rosario Dawson. Ashley Eckstein, cultivated, progressed, created, nurtured, and built this character, so not leaving her out whatsoever. But this is just an absolute phenomenal item. I am really, really happy with this. And, have you guys seen these online? When did they release? I went on Shop Disney and saw that they were being sold online, not just at Galaxy's Edge, and they were completely sold out. So it is not going to take long for these to fall off the market. If you want them, get them now, because if you know anything about supply and demand, the less of these that end up on eBay or any other selling platform, the more expensive they're going to get, because those getting their hands on them, like me, are the ones that want to keep them. So highly recommend these things. They're so amazing. Shout out to the Instagrammer that put me onto the scent of these things and actually looking them up and finding them. I usually know about this stuff, especially when it's Ahsoka Tano. So I'm not going to ramble anymore. Guys, check them out. Look them up on YouTube. Let me know below if you want me to review these as well. They're really neat. I still love them. They're great, but they don't really match up to these. So let me know in the comments below. Have you seen these? Do you have a set of your own? What's your item number? How far are you into the 6,000? Just 6,000. I own a pretty small, really cool piece of history here that I think is going to age really, really well. So, guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you like this, please like and subscribe. It really supports my channel. Check out my other content. I'm a big cosplay reviewer, which is why we're talking about these things today. But thank you again for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. And catch Celebration, catch Kenobi, and tell me what your thoughts are below on those things. And I'll check you guys next time. Dragon Sword!